Good morning. It's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards, and this is the card we're going to be making today. I thought it was really pretty. Let me tell you what products we're using, which stamp sets. We're using the Climbing Roses stamp set and dies that go with it. And that's in the Occasions catalog on page 9, this set here. And this Occasions catalog is good until May 31st, I believe. So there's that stamp set that we're using. And then I'm using the stitched Framelits dies. We're going to be using this one right here. It makes it just a little stitch. And I'm using that on the inside of the card. I'll show you. Just to do the stitching along here on this piece. And then I'm using Golden Afternoon. Hope your day is as wonderful as you on the inside. And then for the happy birthday sentiment, I'm using Amazing Life and this happy birthday here. And then for the checked background, I'm using the Buffalo Check stamp. It's one big stamp, and I'm going to show you how I got that centered on there so it looked good. And then I'm using, I believe this is called the Rose Trellis embossing folder. It's in the annual catalog. On page, let me find it for you, make sure I say it right. It's called, oh, Garden Trellis. It's on page 222 right here in the annual catalog. And then I'm using the rectangle stitched Framelits, the third from the largest, and I'll show you what I'm doing with that one. And then all the dimensions will be, if you push the little down arrow, I'm going to put all the products and the dimensions of everything there. We're using this ribbon that's in the annual or the Occasions catalog, and it's on page 5. It might be back ordered, but until April 1st. But I think you can still get it. I'm not sure. I'll have to look and see. And then we're using a few Stampin' Blends to color our roses and some pearls. And that should be it. The cardstock's lovely lipstick. Here's all our pieces. Now let me tell you how I did this. This piece for the inside is 2 5/8 by 4. I cut out these. This is lovely lipstick cardstock, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And we're using thick Whisper White. It's 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 scored at 4 1/4. What I did with this is I took this die, third from the largest, and I cut this out from these two pieces right here. And then I took those pieces that I cut out and I trimmed them down to 4 by 2 3/4, because I'm going to put, you got to have 2 of these pieces that look like, they look like this, but you're only going to do the stitching on one, because this is for the inside. And what I did was emboss this piece, and it's the same size as that one. And then let me tell you how I did these. these pieces are 5 1/4 by 4, and I took my Stamparatus, get these out of the way, and I put the buffalo check, I think that's what it's called, yes, the buffalo check stamp on here, and then I put a piece of scratch paper over here and stamped, and then stamped it, or inked it up, and then stamped on my piece of scrap paper. Then I took my piece of Whisper White and I put it in here so it would be lined up straight, and I knew the whole thing would get covered, like so. Inked this up in powder pink and stamped it. And I did that for both pieces, the inside and the outside. And then I took another piece of Whisper White, and this is a scrap, and you need at least, I would say at least 4 by 3 5/8, and I stamped the this image here on this piece, and then I stamped 3 of these, and then I die cut them out with these dies, this die here and this one, after I colored them. And so I've already got them colored. Yeah. I can pick it up. Sometimes I've got the little roses colored. You need 3. And then here's this image. So those are already all colored. And I was going to show you with this image how I colored those. Piece of scratch paper. I used, for the rose, I used light Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blends. Colored the rose. And I was trying to get a look of really kind of a light pink with darker tones, and then I used the dark Lovely lipstick and colored with a little kind of around the edges here. You can see what I'm doing. It's like this, just to give it some kind of dimension and definition. Like this, colored the center in. And you can do whatever, appeals to you. That's just how I did it. And then I went back over it with the light Flirty Flamingo to blend it in. Just like that. The 2 colors mix pretty well. I just kind of colored the whole thing all over again to just kind of blend them together. And I went through this process with all the flowers. And then I used light Granny Apple Green to color all the leaves. So I just kind of colored them in with the light, like so. And then when I took the dark, and all I did was draw on the line that's there. And as you can see, I did that to all of these. And then I just kind of swirled around a little bit to kind of blend it in like that. And that's all I did for these. So now we're going to glue these two together. And I'm using liquid glue. For this. It doesn't take very much. The reason I'm using liquid glue is so I can line these up. Okay, did that. And then I took my piece of lovely lipstick and one of my buffalo check pieces. I stamped the sentiment with lovely lipstick, all the sentiments on the front, on the front and the inside. And then I stamped my roses. I used Memento Black Ink. So there's that piece, and then we're going to glue this to the inside. Soon, well, that was silly. Oh goodness, I didn't mean to do that. So go ahead and do this. Don't do what I just did. Don't put glue here until you're ready to glue it to the inside of your card. Yeah, it was just about time for me to change my piece of work surface anyway. So then we're going to do that. That's not exactly. Let's use this. I'm going to get ink all over, glue all over that. There. Okay. And then you can glue this to the center. Or you can put this on first and then glue it to the inside of your card. Whatever works for you. And you're just going to line this up in the center. It's like so. It looks pretty good. Okay, so your inside is done. Just like that. Okay. Now, for the outside, we're going to do the same thing, only we're only going to put glue here. Well, let's use this piece, but don't put it in the center until we're ready. Because we got to put the ribbon on before we attach it to the front of the card. I have a paper towel here. Okay. So I'm going to glue this to the center. Or center this on this piece, just like so. Okay. Then we're going to take these two, and after you've embossed this, you're going to glue it to this other piece of lovely lipstick. And do the same thing. Center it on this piece of cardstock. Okay, just like that. And we're going to glue this off to the side. And it doesn't, you can kind of pick, looks like I went in from the edge of my, of this, about, very good. Let's do this. We're going to put it right about here. Sort of line it up edge to edge. I got that little, I didn't really get that straight, but we're going to put stuff on here. Nobody's going to say, oh, you didn't get that straight, except me. Okay, now that's done. We're going to take our piece of ribbon, and I've already got the bow tied, and we're going to take some glue dots and put a glue dot on the back of the bow. because I want to make sure that it stays in place. And then one on this end of the ribbon. And then we're going to trim this ribbon so it's a little bit long. Trim a little bit off. This doesn't need to be that long. It's this funny ribbon. The white kind of pulls out. Okay, then we're going to put a glue dot on this end. And pull that off. And get it centered where you want it. I liked it kind of high, but I wanted it centered between here and here. So we'll just kind of put that on there, just like that. Flip it over. Pick a spot on here to bring it around. Do the same on this side. Just like that. Okay. Now, feels like that's not quite tight enough. There. Now we can glue that to the front of our card. Just like so. Okay. So we can get this one centered. Just like so. Okay, so that's done. Put the lid on this glue. It's everywhere. Gonna hold that down so it sticks. Okay, now we're going to put dimensionals on the back of our roses. And I used the small and the large. I'm going to put quite a few on there. You can kind of judge for yourself how many you think you need. Just wanted to make sure it stayed in place. Probably don't need this many, but then I put one on the back of each of these roses. Come on. I'm going to zoom this out a little bit. It's too close. There. That's better. Okay. Now I'm going to take a mini and put one out here. And one right there. Okay. That should be enough of those. Now we're going to put this on the front. We're almost done. The most time consuming of this card, and normally I try to keep my cards as simple as possible. The most time consuming is the coloring. I was trying, you know, I enjoy the coloring, and you can sit and, I don't know, you can color and watch TV if you want, or you can visit, whatever. I just was sitting in here coloring. So you put this one on here, just like that. And then, oops. I wanted to make this a little fuller. I put one right here, but I'm going to put this one right here. Just makes it look a little bit fuller. And then I'm going to put this one right here. And then take your happy birthday, and then I sponged around it with the Real Red. Sponged around the sentiment. Or not Real Red, Lovely Lipstick, I'm sorry. This is Lovely Lipstick. A little bit different color than Real Red. It's got more pink in it, I think. And then I put dimensionals on the back of this. 3 of the small ones. Remember my host code. Buy $50 in my online store. And I haven't decided what I'm doing as a host reward yet, but it'll be something nice. And if you buy $150, don't use that code. It's up to that amount. Go to my website if you want to sign up as a demonstrator under me. Become part of my team. $99 gets you $125 worth of product. So we're putting the little rose right here on the end. And that's your card for today. Well, give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you think. I hope you like this card. You have a blessed day. And enjoy your stamping. Oh, we forgot our little pearls. I put one right here. That'll work. And I put, come on. I'm going to put one right here. And then I put one right there. There's our pearls. I didn't want to forget those. Just kind of add a touch. You have a blessed day, and thank you so much for watching.